Hello and welcome to our behind the scenes video for April 2024. It's been, on the surface, it's been a quiet month. We basically only have to report on our online Merchant of Venice, which we very much hope you enjoyed. There are videos by the cast on their way. We've also delivered for you, for your general watching pleasure, a few scenes plus a speech from Two Gents, which would have gone up online for you last weekend. Again, hope you like those. Please do feel free, by the way, to, if there's a particular scene or character or thread or play that you would like to see us, I nearly said mucking around with, but you know what I mean, for scenes, then please let us know. Because I'm mostly often playing Lucky Dip. Sometimes I have a particular idea. Also, while I'm on the topic, we are looking for nominations for favourite plays or plays we haven't done yet, because I'm just beginning to work on next year's online programme. So, I've got an outline, I've got an idea, but I always really do want to know if there are plays that you would like to see more of. I always get requests from the company, but, so please do let me know. Anyway, in the meantime, here are the videos from the company for Merchant of Venice, the second of our, of the pairing between Barabbas and Shylock, Marlowe and Shakespeare. Enjoy.
I've had a wonderful time playing Shylock. Really great. I think I felt like I deserved the bloody pound of flesh. And I think Dowie was also man of the match, playing about 15 different characters in different accents, including an imitation of me. It was rather wonderful. I think we all felt that it was very easy to do. Perhaps, I mean, we've done, most of us have been in a production before, but some haven't. Anyway, it really was a great one.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was really good fun. Two things really stood out for me. So the first is those repeated cues. I think all of us had a few of them at various points. The one that stood out for me, reading my lines sort of ahead of time, was noticing that I cue Bassanio when I'm berating him about giving the ring away to the doctor, is I cue him about 6 times within the same speech. And I was so excited to see how that would play out. And I did, maybe slightly deliberately, just give a tiny pause at the end of each one. Like, what did you do with the ring? You should have kept the ring. Just to see if Bassanio would try and interject, and he did. And I just think it gives a really nice rhythm, a really natural feel to the speech. The second thing that hugely stood out for me is whenever I've seen this production done before, I've always seen Portia as Balthazar being noticeably still Portia, which doesn't make any sense to me, because although it's really funny for the audience, it doesn't make sense that this woman that Bassanio has apparently been in love with for ages, that he wouldn't recognize her under everything. And Portia has a speech to Nerissa earlier in the play where she says, I have so many tricks up my sleeve to make us into men that no one will recognize us. Even our husbands will not recognize us. And I took that as poetic license to do whatever I wanted and take it to the nth degree with what I was wearing, with the facial hair, with the mannerisms, and it was so much fun to do that. Yeah.
So we have not too long ago finished our second online Merchant of Venice, and it feels very wrong to say, but it was so much fun. so much fun. Every time I am surprised by our players, not in a bad way, like I know they're good, but but yeah, it was so good. It was so good. And what can I say? Poor Narissa, if we're talking about QScript, way of seeing, of doing things, she doesn't get, like, she doesn't have a clue what is happening half the time. She just goes with the flow. She must be a very laid-back character. I loved her, and I got to have a love quarrel with Alexandra Kataigida, which, I'm sorry, but my favorite thing ever. Too many more, Alexandra, too many more. And here's the ring, and Graciano never got it back. Not this time.
Hello! So, we've just finished our run of The Merchant of Venice again. It was lovely because I got to revisit the character of Solanio, which was the character I played when we did our one of our live performances. We did a live Merchant of Venice some time back. And it was great fun, actually. It was sort of a bit like revisiting an old friend. The only thing that I think was a bit uncomfortable about it is that Solanio is one of the characters that really shows just how awful the society is to Shylock and to the Jewish people in that particular community at that particular time. It's difficult, but a rewarding thing to play, I think, because you get to, I suppose, well, exist with some kind of truth about what was going on at that time, in all of its sort of awfulness and horror. Good in that sense. I hope that makes sense and doesn't make me sound horrible, but I think that there is a real value in exploring those darker sides of humanity, which is what the play really does. Also, got to say, a real sort of bouncing around from one character to another. I was playing about 5 different characters altogether, and yes, at the same time in some cases, which was good fun. Anyway, there you go. That's me. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hello from a very windy Tamar Valley. Last night. Well, I know the play's very controversial, but from Antonio's point of view, having played Antonio, I really do believe that what he thought he was doing, he thought it was right, and he thought that the Jew, that Shylock, was really wrong in taking money from other people when he could have, I suppose, given it interest free. Apart from that, I had bad dreams last night. I dreamt that I was going down some lane somewhere or in the woods, but there was danger all around, and I'm sure it came from having played that court scene with Portia being absolutely brilliant as the judge. Anyway, I live to tell the tale. Bye.
So those were the company's experiences of playing Merchant of Venice, and there were a lot of thoughts about, how it works as a, in inverted commas, pair with Jew of Malta, because basically they're such different plays. Shakespeare clearly set out with quite a different aim involved, well, at least I would like to assume so, because what does it do? It starts a conversation. What play are we doing next? Taming of the Shrew, another problem play, also starts a conversation. So still important, still interesting to do these plays, I think. Again, always tell me what you think. So what have I got to tell you from Prompter's Corner? Well, Shrew has been cast. Everybody's working on their parts. We've had conversations about bits of business, bits of physicality that people want to put in. It's very interesting how the company handled that now, because basically we've been doing this for long enough that people, they can say, oh, I want to do like this, I want to do like that. Oh, can we do these as an action? Or they want to repeat something that was done before. Basically, it's great because it's another practical language that the company shares. So it's part of what they do. So that's what's coming up. We are about to launch a crowdfunder for our Shakespeare North August project. So you are not required to donate, obviously, because you support us long term, but you will see a lot of stuff going on. Valentina has been making me and various other people do lots of little videos and things. So there should be a lot of stuff coming up on social media, stuff about that. So that's going to be fun. We're also in preparation for our little outing at Hilldrop in North London on the 2nd of June. That also is cast, a little edited as you like it, which is going to be a lot of fun. We have Jenny coming up for it from the West Country. Ian is coming down to join us. We've got one or two others who've not done in person before. So the wonderful Tom Jackson Wood will be joining us. You may remember him from online work. And there'll be a lot of the old regs as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's basically it for us at the moment. We hope that you are all happy and well and wish you a very, very happy month. And as ever, we thank you very much for your patronage, without which we literally could not do this. So thank you very much for making these things possible for us. And yeah, I will be chatting to you in May. Fare you well until then.